Hello and welcome back. My name is Brandon Watson. Today in this video, we're going to go and update another watch list. Now, before we get started, I want to go and take you into a spreadsheet I was trying to create before the power went out here in Texas. What I was trying to do was take every single watch list I've ever created, every video I've ever created, and find out what percentage they went from the very low of that trend, as well as from the very start. So if I post out a video on a Saturday and the next trading day is on Monday, what percentage would you have made if you entered in at the low of that date, and then as well as the low of the very bottom of that trend? So I took all those and I threw that into another sheet, and so far to date I have found in the last 5 months 8 stocks that have gone up at least 100%. And you can see as we scroll through that real quick, I'm gonna make another video a little more detailed, but very quickly you can see that those 8 stocks that have gone up from the lowest price at least 100% is about 1.6 per month for the last 5 months. Or if you take it from the very first starting date of that Monday, if that was the first trading day, then about 1 per month. It all depends on if you were patient enough to actually wait for the price to come down, or if you just jumped in on the first day and held on to it. So I don't want y'all to think I'm just some random guy on the internet. I want you to think I'm some random guy on the internet with a reputation, at least, of finding some good stocks. So let's go and jump right into ATI. ATI seems to be building off this 9 EMA and 25 EMA, starting to form into the $20 resistance that we have built up here in the 52-week highs. If we can build up and out of this consolidation, we're looking at a roughly 29% push to the last price target on FinViz. Let's go to FinViz. ATI. Average price target 16.56. We are already over that. Last price target was for $25. It was initiated as a buy from Seaport, January 15th, 2021. Relative volume is 1.21, so their volume is picking up. That is good. I like to see that. Let's go back to the chart. So going back to the chart, we can potentially get a 29% push up to the last price target at 25. And if we go out even further to the weekly looks like that we are building up or we had built up a resistance back here in 2018. So we use that as a potential price target. We have this this price building off the 200 EMA. That's looking like a 46% push up to $28. So we'll see if maybe we can get the 9 EMA to cross over the 200, get that 25 to cross over. Maybe we can recover back up to those highs around $30, $28 to $30. As of right now, though, let's go back to the daily. Going back to the daily, what we need to do is first clear this resistance at 20, which isn't even that far, 3%. Then you got the 52-week high at 20.78, that's 6%, 6.5%. $24 would be the next level with about a 24% push. So I like ATI, I added that to the watch list. Next up, we're going to have AVYA. AVYA, as well as ATI. AVYA were both put on a watch list I made back in mid-November, back when it was around $18. I believe, yep, sure enough. I believe that was around here. Let's see. Oh, I have the arrow right here. Crazy guy. So that was back around the 15th, 16th, 17th was the first trading day. Is that right? Yep, 17th came down. And from this trend here, which would have been near the support that I had around 1650, we'll say 1650, up to where it is today, 92% increase or 105% increase up to the highs from there. But since we are currently already out of that consolidation, we started to push up. We are making higher lows all the way through. We had this nice rally for about 45%. Now it looks like we might be bouncing off the 9 EMA, and what we're going to look to do is try and push into this $34 level, maybe consolidate, come down, build some more lows, higher lows though, before trending back up and out of this range, out of 34, potentially to a $40 level. This Yahoo price target is going to come from this article right here. Let's see. AVYA, not going to read the entire thing, but this guy believes intrinsic value for the stock is about $40.03. So I'm not going to put too much weight on that, but it gives it a little nice price target for us to look at, $40, if we're able to reach that. Not saying that we are, but if we are, that's about 26% push. That would be nice. Let's check out the weekly real quick. Weekly, nope, doesn't go any further back. Nope, nope, nope. So this is going to be uncharted territory if we can break up out of that. Let's see, the daily. I do like this curl up. I do like that we're coming up off the 9 EMA. Let's see the volume. Volume did pick up. The volume dropped as we're coming down to the support right here. Volume dropped right once we got to the 9 EMA. The very next day we're starting to bounce and we're picking up more volume. So we'll see. I like it. I like AVYA, software company, industry. So it's a possibility. It's a possibility. We'll see. SABR. Next one, SABR. So looking at SABR, from where we are at today, we had this nice consolidation that trended between $10 to about $12.50. We're starting to break up out of that. Had some nice volume come up out of that. SABR. Let's go to Finviz real quick. SABR relative volume 2.67. Average volume is 8.45 million. And the volume on Friday was 22 million, 22.5 million. Last price target was for $17. Going back to the chart, let's see here, $17. We're just about there. So I'm not really too worried about 17. Though, from where we're at, we have this gap, like I said, right back here. February 25th, 2020. It was a gap from 1913 down to about, let's see, 1747. So we can close that gap from where we're at. That's about a 30% push. If we trend past that, then I'm thinking we might be able to go up to the 52-week high at 22.41. That's about a 51% push. That would be nice. I'm not saying it's just going to push straight there, but we might be able to start trending there. We'll see. They already had their earnings. And I guess they did well because they started to pick up from there. Moving on to the weekly. The weekly, let's see this gap. If we extend out that gap to the left, that could be somewhat of a support that never got touched. We'll have this 52-week high. But if we extend that out to the left, that's about the middle of this range between 1920 to about 2650, 26.5. That's about the median of that range. So I do like the 52-week high as a potential price target. Where are we at? 22 to 52. That's 50%. And if for whatever reason we can make it past that, if for whatever reason, then we're looking at maybe 26.45, which from where we're at today is roughly 79%. And just to draw off the last line, we really have to break through all these levels first. We're going to have to trend. We got some work to do. And we also have this 200 EMA that we're going to be trapped below on the monthly, so we have to be careful of that. But last price target, if we can get up to the top, back where they were at around, what was that? 2015. We'll see. Who knows? That's a 100% push. 100% push, and you just saw that I've already found several of them. So we'll see. I do like SABR. SABR, let's go to TEN, Teneco Automotive, something like that. They have nice consolidation between 9.5 to that's the 52-week resistance, not the 52-week high, but 52-week resistance for the last year. You see was around 11.3. So up to there. It's only 6.5%, but if we could break past this range up to the 52-week high, 20%, and up to the resistance that formed back in September and January at $14, that's around a 31% increase. Let's go over to the weekly, and you can see that line right here. That, let me fix that for y'all. That line right here between September to January of last year. Nope. Yeah, of last year, 2019 to 2020, formed as this resistance here around $14. So that's what I'm using that line as. And before we back out, this last resistance line I just added just for fun, 22.16. So we can get up there from where we are at with that nice consolidation that's been forming. That's about 100%. 100%. I'm not going to worry about the other, I'm not going to worry about this $60 range up here quite yet. That's all the way back in 2018. That's higher up there from where we're at currently at $10. But $14 is more potential than 60, and that's 32%. So I do like that. That's TEN Auto Components. Last one is going to be XXI 22nd Century Group. This one is a nice strong trend off the 9 EMA. Had nice consolidation here between 2.5 to about $3. Consolidating in that range, making higher lows. Bounced off the 25. I like that. From here to the top, it's already gone 75%. And so the thing about this is it's a little risky since it's already gone up 75%. But it is a $4 stock, so it can definitely push more. What I would like to see is it, I guess, retest this 25 EMA somewhere. Maybe let's try this level. That high right there. I'm gonna say between 2.8 to 3.2. I would like to see it retest that level before coming back up. That would be nice if we're able to get that to happen. That's 40%. But what drew me to this was that strong trend off the 9 EMA. This looks like a nice little wedge right here. That if we drive through, that's only 5% to the top. Let's see, can we get higher? Monthly, yep. Monthly in 2014. March of 2014 is an all-time high. So where we're at today to there is about 54%. 54%. If we go over to FinViz is going to be already here, crazy guy. XXII. FinViz 2017 was 11.5. I don't care about that. Healthcare, drug manufacturer. This is what led me to it, was this article. 22nd Century Group and Key Gene to launch advanced cannabis technology platform for accelerated development of new varieties of hemp cannabis. So apparently there's some stuff with Biden and cannabis. I don't know. If that is true, then that could be a potential catalyst to let this continue to trend forward, which I like. And that's why I added it. It's going to be XXII 22nd Century Group as a potential to trend up. Now, I'm not going to add these to the watch list, but they were added to previous watch lists and they are still going. CDEV. CDEV has their earnings coming up this month, actually this week on the 23rd. So if they have good earnings, maybe they might be able to drive up from where they're at currently to the 4.5 level. That's about 25%. And then maybe up to the 6.26 level. That's about 73%. We'll see. CDEV. Next one is, let's see, BLDR. They have their earnings as well. Nice consolidation. If they have good earnings on, what is that, the 26th, that's going to be coming up to the $53 high price target. It's about a 30% push. Let me just check the weekly. Nope, that's going to be uncharted territory. It's very possible that nothing might hold it back yet. What else we have? We have DPW. DPW is that one with Fibonacci's. believe that was in the last video. Let's see, let me help you all out a little bit. So we are holding off this 6.61 fib level, and if we can drive higher, roughly 34% up to the next level at 9. So just wanted to show you all that. This 200 EMA is curling quite nicely. The 9 EMA and the 25 are pointing up quite nicely. So I just wanted to remind y'all of DPW. We'll see where that goes. That one's still in play, I think. Could push to about $10 is what I wrote down. Let's see, up to $10. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I said 50-ish%. I like it. STNG was in my oil video I posted, I believe, 2 videos ago. Up to 10% from where we're at now to the next resistance. We are building up off of this 9 EMA. Like I said, those two, the 9 and the 25 are about to cross this 200. That would be nice. Maybe establish a good trend up. So about 10% up to the next level. 21, maybe 22 will be the next level higher for about 29%. And then about $28 range. We're looking at about around a 63% push from where we are at. STNG still building, already had their earnings. That's good. Looks like they beat their earnings. We'll see if they can carry forward. We'll see if we can carry forward. And let's talk a little bit about BNGO and NNDM. Apparently there's a lot of hype going on with BNGO and NNDM. I don't know where it's going to go, but my observations are this. It's currently in an uptrend, an extreme uptrend. Disregarding that, we are looking at lower volume. Where you want it to be in at was back here, late December, when all this volume bought in. Because ever since then, it's just been coming down, coming down, coming down. Apparently, there's a bunch of YouTube people putting out more hype, saying they can have this contract on that. They can have this contract on this. So, I don't know, be careful. I'm not saying that it can't go higher. They do have their earnings coming up March 4th. So anything can happen. It has been trending very nicely off this 9 EMA. But from where it was just at a little over a month ago, it's gone up 1,700%. So how much more can it support itself before it comes back down? BNGO kind of reminds me of DKNG. DKNG back around the $40 level had went up. Can't see that right there. Let's see, had went up roughly 100% before slowly coming back down, all the way down to about $27. That was a 38% drop. And then of course DKNG had went higher and continues to go higher today. But that initial rally back here after that 100% came down. Let's see, NLS, the same thing, was trending very nicely, very nicely, very nicely. It finally had this push after going up from its lows. 1,200% in 141 days came down 32%. What else can we do? Workhorse. Workhorse came up, trended very nicely, got all the hype. What happened then? Came down 50%. After all that hype came in, don't forget about that. What else can we do? NIO trended very nicely. When did the hype come in? Right around this range. And what happened? It started to get the price started to get jacked around, manipulation, until eventually everyone got shook out from all the hype, and then the big players finally came in, stepped up, and carried the trend higher. So where are we at today with BNGO? Well, we're on that initial rally. Take it how you want. That's just how I observe it. Has lower volume. RSI is coming down. Lower RSI. MACD not looking good. TTM squeeze momentum coming down as well. It is up to y'all. You might be able to get a better price, but if you are caught up at the higher range, just be careful. Be careful. Do your own due diligence. See, is it worth it to have a position from that high up? It could go higher. I could be wrong. Anything can happen with hype. Look at GameStop. But not saying that the whole GameStop thing is going to happen to BNGO, so don't get your hopes up. Same thing with NNDM. The only thing with this one is that it does have nice volume that carried through all the way to today. But we are starting to make lower highs. The 9 EMA, let's get rid of this downtrend. The 9 EMA is sloping down a little more than I would like. 25 EMA is relatively flat, so it is potential that something happens, and this is a support here around 13.36, and we build back higher. Though, what I don't like is that we couldn't make higher highs already off this last rally back on the 10th. So we'll see if, for whatever reason, this level doesn't hold around 13.3. It is potential that it drops down to, let's see, this arrow here when we first found it. That's going to be around 11.39, roughly 35%. I'm not too sure if that's going to be hold though. It does have nice volume on that day. No, actually that volume dropped from that high when it extended off the 9 EMA. All this volume was when that dropped. So I'm not sure this range is going to hold, but it is possible that maybe this consolidation here can hold if for whatever reason this were to come down to about the $10 level. How much have we dropped already? 23%. This would be 35, 46. That would be that might not happen. It might not drop that far, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe $12. We'll just say it's potential to come between this $12 to $13 level right inside here, make lows. Depending on what happens, people might rush out, or shares might just be exchanged from the newbies to the professionals who are building their positions for a long-term trend, just like BKNG. So it is possible they have a longer time to wait. All these new people jumping into stocks, they're a bunch of they're learning a lot of day trading techniques, and they're not going to be patient enough to wait the same way that large institutional funds are. So be careful with your positions. If you find any of the information helpful, I certainly appreciate all the support. Thank you for coming out, and take care. Have a great weekend.